All right. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, my mic's way over here. You probably can't even hear me. Roger Williams. Hey, man. You're on the LinkedIn. I don't know if you're watching me live or not, but thanks for the comment. Yeah, it's a great stream playlist. It's stream friendly, so I can record it and use it. It's on Spotify. I will drop the link somewhere. Let's see. Here it is. Can I get the link to this? What's this? Share, copy, link to playlist, copy in the old chat. Now you have full insight to how my brain works with the metal. Love the metal. Anyways, yeah. Excuse me. So I'm fresh back from a place. See this? WordCamp Lisbon. It was awesome. I had so much fun there. I'm just gonna gush about them for about 10 minutes here because it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I was invited by the organizers to come speak, and it was like just that in and of itself was so flattering and humbling and amazing and stuff. And yeah, it was great. It was I did a talk and a workshop and Elpis Widgeon, hello. And it was great. I had so much fun, and I have to say the organizing team did such an amazing job. It was like
oh great,
well,
it's Elpis original.
There he is. It's just, it was so well organized. Everything was like great. The talks were awesome. It was fantastic. In fact, I had to follow Milana Cap, who, if you don't know who she is, you should, because she's amazing. She brings cookies to document it to all the WordCamps and contributor days to entice people to come work on the documentation. But anyways, her talk started with her playing the piano, and there was like this dramatic reveal where the screen rose and she's playing this like beautiful classical piece, and then she gets up and she goes and does her talk, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. I did offer to get up and play chopsticks on the same piano, but I thought that might, I didn't want to show her up. Is really why I didn't do it. I didn't want her to feel, in awe of my amazing piano ability. But yeah, no, it was fantastic. The food was amazing. I love Portugal. I'll go back anytime I get the chance. Anyways, oh, and check out the awesome speaker gift. One sec. I got a Portuguese tile. See that? Move it. Pretty amazing. I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, so it's sitting over there on my swag wall, I guess. I don't know, whatever. And yeah, and the shirt's awesome. You see the shirt and the thing in the back of the shirt, great. My favorite conference shirt right now. Yeah, anyways, just going on and gushing about all this stuff. All right, so let me just get some things in there. Well, I'm not exactly ready here for streaming. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so there's a couple things. I am going to be at WordCamp Europe in like 12 days or whatever it is. And I'm doing a workshop, and there is workshop registration. So if anyone's going to be there and they want to get into my workshop or anyone else's workshop, there's some really cool ones. There's some great stuff about Playground coming up. My good friend Birgit Polyhack is doing a 0 to demo, sort of getting started with Playgrounds. Sorry, with Playground blueprints is the words I'm trying to say. And there is a great one by another automatician Barrow, who's doing like automated testing with WordPress Playgrounds. There's me, and then the amazingly talented Milana is also doing this interactivity API. So it's really great workshops, but I do believe you have to pre-register. I've heard that they might keep a few slots open for signups on the day, but I would definitely try to get signed up. Hey, Paul, how's it going, Paul? Good to see you. Yeah, so if you're into that, cool. If you're not going to be there, too bad. I will be sad to not see you. I don't know. I can't talk today. Oh boy. All right. Any more announcements? Do we have any more announcements? No. Oh, if you want to check my talk from WordCamp, LisBoa. It is on WordPress.tv right now. You can go look it up. It'll be there. Okay, so that was the workshop stuff. The schedule for WordCamp Europe is been posted for a while. Cool. So today, there's a really I have not been embracing AI as deeply as I should be. I think I'm trying hard to learn some new things when it comes to AI, but you know, I don't really know what I'm doing. Anyway, so Automatic's got this really cool plugin. It's called WP Feature API. And the idea behind it is that we can expose functionality for both client side and server side to be able to, they're available to AI systems like LLMs and things like that. And so there's a demo plugin that I've installed that you can download. You can get it here. Oh, yes, sir. Sahi is saying hello from YouTube. Hello back to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. So this is the plugin that I'm going to be looking at. There's actually there's a few parts to this. So the first part is, what does this link take me? Let's look at that. Ooh, that's cool. I've never seen this. I work here and I've never seen this website. All right. Anyhow, yeah. So this is a like a canonical plugin, like a feature plugin that's going to be worked on. And what it does is, like I was saying, it exposes functionality to LLMs. It allows us to create the underlying structures so we can use it in LLMs. And then that's coupled with some other things. So let's just take a look here at. Okay, so what I have set up is I have a studio site. Hey, the LUP's here. So full disclosure, I've only played with this a little bit. I am by no means an expert, but I'm here to learn. And hopefully we can figure it all out together.
Oh great, it's Philip.
It's Philip. There he is. So I just set up a really simple site. I went out and and cloned this repository. Now you can also just get the releases here, the feature API. And Nomad Skateboarding, hello. And so there's two parts to it. I'm going to show us this. We're going to walk through it. So I've checked out the repository, just run an npm, set up and built it all. And then, so in here, so in my plugins, I've got actually, this is the feature API here. So it's enabled. There's nothing to really look at. Like there's no settings or anything, but Kevin's here. Every time he shows up, he does this. All right, turn my lights back on. Kevin. I lost my train of thought now. Oh, right. So there is a, so if we look at the REST API endpoint for this, you should be able to see what we have going on here. So we have,
Oh great,
right.
it's KevXB.
B2. I think there's, features, I think is what it is. I was like, features. Yeah, so these are all the features that have been registered. Things. Kev's here. My camera, your camera's too fancy. It didn't go dark for us. Oh no! Oh no! Really? Huh? Because I have a green screen, probably. I don't know. Whatever. What's up, Kev? Okay, cool. So this is great. So all this is really doing is it's creating some things and it's exposing some features to to be exposed to LLMs and things like that, right? Thanks, Kev. Thank you. So the part where this, so there's two parts to this. We can use this internally. Actually, let me show you that. So there is actually an agent that ships with this plugin. You can do this two ways. There is, like I said, in the release, if you just download the feature plugin, you can just install that on your site. And then you can also install this feature API agent plugin. And so you can do it that way. What I did was I followed the instructions down here. I installed all the things, and then I just set my I just ran this demo. So basically, I built everything, and then in my can you guys read that? You probably can't. The WP config, I just set this to true, this constant, which I just did here. I set that back to true, and then in here, if I refresh this now, you should see this thing come up. And now look at this cool thing here. So this little agent pops up. My face is in the way, so I'm gonna move me over there. So I can type, what can you do? Can you see that? Can I move this? I think I can move this. Right, so it's telling me all the things that I can do with it. Now, the thing you have to do with this is you have to actually supply your own API key. So, your open API key, because this uses open AI to generate things. But what's really neat about this is you can do things like create a new post and add content about how awesome, AWE, awesome Kevin Batdorf is. So if I run this, it's saying it will create a new post. Could you please specify the title? Okay. Let's say call the post Kevin and use use any tags you want. Okay, so check this out. Now it's created a post, so I can navigate in here, and it's made me a post. I mean, this is super basic, right? What is the chat UI based on? It's a library, and that is in the wild. Well, yes, I think so. Let's look. That's a really great question. There should be like a can it do blocks? Great question, Kevin. Let's ask it. Let's just go ahead and ask it. Where am I here? Can you insert an image block to that post and add an image from Google showing a dancing. This is gonna be hilarious, dancing clown. Because when we all think of Kevin, we think of dancing clowns. Can you? Oh, maybe it can't. Enabled? Oh, okay. Maybe I need a. Okay, so there seems to be a limit there. Let's see. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the right block. Well, let's look at the post. So in here. Okay, so this actually runs in here as well. So I mean, like, is this a block? Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, insert heading block with level 3. Okay, so that does that. All right, what's the question? Oh, right. Where does that come from? So let's look. So let's demo. This must be okay. So the demo is using. Let's look at Webpack. What we got in here? It's just using scripts. So the source is here's the agent. Provider. Chat app. Yeah, so there is, so if you get into the more advanced parts of this, if you go into docs specifically, there is sort of, where did I see that? Client-side features. If you look in here, there are all these things. So like the code itself is available in this repository. I'd invite you to go check it out. It would be in, where did I just find that? No. Where did I find that? What was it? It was in, oh, demo. So it should be in the demo, which I'm not seeing. Source? Nope. What? Where am I? Feature API, demo, docs. Let's maybe. Oh, it might just. Nope. That doesn't make any sense. Docs includes. Am I blind? Right there. Okay. So you should be able to get. No. Right there. That's what we're looking for. So all the code for this thing is right here. Right? And so, yeah. So what are you looking for specifically though, Bad Dude? Like, is there a specific thing that you're looking for? Or maybe right click and check class names? Right click. What are you talking about? Like, you want me to check this, inspect this? So it's chat container, this thing. Oh, if it's a I don't think it's a library. Well, the functionality for it is oh, that's a good point. So the agent, the component. So here are the components. So here's the chat app, which I'm just looking at. So it looks like it's just pretty straightforward stuff. Like, this is the wrapper. This is the header stuff, the chat body. So it's all the CSS I think is in here somewhere. Do I see CSS? Or maybe it's just using core stuff. I don't even see messages. Yeah, I'd take a look in there. But yeah, it's I mean it's pretty straightforward. Wasn't worried about the more so how it works. Oh yeah. Well, there's going to be a layer where it like talks to the actual feature thing, so which is probably that's not going to be it. It'll probably be the hooks. Use conversation. That's funny. Context conversation as a context com provider. So this is storage key, conversation provider. Going to be hitting something. Yeah, so there's this create agent, which I don't know where that comes from, is process query async generator. So there's a lot going on in here. It's going to be these things. Like, this is the agent part, so you probably... Justin, hello! How's it going? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. If you might be able just to decouple this from this particular thing, right? So what's really cool about this is, so I don't think I have. I don't think I have any images or anything. But it looks like, Kevin, you can insert. I want to try some query loop block with that shows 5 posts and is sorted by date. I put 4 posts instead of 5. So what did it do here? To insert a query loop block, I will first check for available block patterns that match this requirement, then insert the most appropriate one. Let's proceed with that. I've inserted the query loop block into the post and displays 4 posts sorted by date. If you need further modifications, oh my god, let's look. This is pretty neat. Query loop. Oh, didn't set it right. Didn't set it right. It did set it to post. Let's look at the per page is 3. Yeah, I think you're. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to use this for that. What I was thinking, like, so where I think stuff like this really excels is we can extend this, right? We can add our own stuff. So if you had a really complicated user setup, for example, or if you had like a settings page, you could do something. You can add your own features to it, and so your features become aware. It's detecting errors. Can it build a template? Let's see. Create a new template. Well, we probably have to register a custom post type. Let's see. I don't think it does code, but let's just check. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna. Oh, no, it's not. I'm just gonna add a new plugin here, folder, and I'll call it testing, and then HP in here. Right, so make sure that's enabled. Oh, let's see this. Take me to here the plugins page and enable the testing feature API plugin. See what that does. Oh, okay. That looks okay. Can I not enable that? Enable the. Maybe I couldn't find it. Oh, maybe I should say activate. I did. I did. This is interesting. Okay, maybe it can't do that. Testing features API. All right. Could you give it file system access to add this on its own? To add what on its own, Kev? I don't know if you can give it file system access. I think it's a read or write thing. That's a good question. Let's look in the docs and see what we can see here. Maybe if I templates you type the template I was typing before. Does it have an activate plugin tool? I don't know. Let's look. So we can see what has been what features it sort of enables by default. Let's see. Let's see what features we have enables. Let's go into docs. Is this docs? Docs. So okay, that's not what I need. The demos. Oh, this is some good docs on the actual demo itself. Bad Dude Court, you were looking for that. This kind of explains the deal around that. So, install usage. Trying to see what features it actually. There's another way of looking at this. So there. Okay, so this is registering the features, but there's also the ability to connect it to like model content protocol. And there's a secondary plugin for that. So I found that when I was working with this, that if I keep the agent on and then I activate this plugin, I get fatal errors. So we look at MCP. We want to enable the functionality. We want to enable the WordPress adapters feature. This is so this enables the functionality for the MCP stuff, but this enables the what's Kevin looking at here? This is for features. There you go. So set title, get a search pattern, insert link. Oh, I see. Okay, so so each one of these is going to be tied to a feature. Navigate, moves current URL, set title, save post, get other content, search patterns, get pattern content, insert pattern. Coolio. And this is the client features. So packages, client features, client. Okay, so those are the ones that it comes with right now. So I can't actually activate those, it looks like. Client SDK. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I guess that means, with the link that you just sent me over there, Kevaroo, that we could insert a paragraph block, a heading block, a quote block, and a list block. But we can't insert any other block. So if I tell it to insert a group block, it probably won't work. Cool. Anyway, so this shows all the registered tools that are now available. So we can search for posts, we can get a post. This is all the stuff that we can do. Now we can register our own stuff. It did insert a query block, didn't it? No, it looked for a pattern that had a query block. That was the difference. Where was that? Here? No. Of course, I can't find the link you sent. That's supposed to be it. So this must be the get pattern content and insert pattern. So that's what it did. It inserted a pattern. So that's interesting. Yeah, let's look. Actually, it tells me in the. Oh, I turned it off, but. So what this allows us to do is now this is sort of been exposed to MCP. So if I wanted to connect this to a I'm using Visual Code right now. I'm gonna open this up in Cursor. I'm gonna actually show off a little Studio feature. I don't know if you're not using Studio, I really think that you should check it out because there is a really cool preferences. There's a cool preferences section now where you can actually determine what editors and terminal windows that you use. And so I'm going to open this up in Cursor now, which is super handy. And then inside of here, let me just walk us through this. Okay, so once the features are enabled, we need to then add this. Where's the plugin? We need to add not that plugin. We need to add this plugin, the WordPress MCP plugin, and enable that. And what this does, it implements the model content protocol to expose WordPress functionality through an interface. So what this does is this means now our little WordPress site is it's basically, if I understand the technology correctly, that it basically becomes a bit of a server for the model context protocol, not content protocol, context. And then so once that's enabled, we're good to go. And then the last little bit is we want to add something like this to our cursor mcp.json file, and this is going to connect to our site, and then we'll be able to get stuff out of it. So for example, if let me just set this up. Okay, so I need a cursor.mcp.json file. So in here, I'm going to go new folder .cursor, and then here it's going to be, is it mcp? Well, JSON, right? It's not dot, is it? No, it's not. So then in my settings, or I could not do that. Open up my settings. I could go MCP. Is it in Cursor? Where do I find the MCP stuff? Of course, it's an update. I'll just update this. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so there's nothing in there right now. One cursor settings. An object. Okay, so I have to add this. So I'm gonna just take this. I'm just gonna drop that in there, and then we'll make some changes. So these are the parts that matter. Because that's what this plugin is. So this plugin is going to be installed. It's going to be run with npx. I forget what the Y flag is. And then we're going to run this. And then what we have to do is set some URLs and things like that. So what we have to do is we're going to use my username. I'm pretty sure is admin. My site is right here. I'm going to drop this in there. Now the other thing, so I don't need these two because I'm not using WooCommerce. Oops. But the other thing that we need is an application password. So you can get that. You just go to your admin, scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to go, this is going to be MCP. I'm going to add the application password. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to plunk it right into here. And then this is the optional full path to debug file. So let me just come in here and I get this. I'm gonna say I don't need this, but I'm gonna put it in here. And full path. Okay, so if I come over here, turn that on. No tools available. Interesting. Refresh. Does it not work? Let's see. Yeah, correct. Okay, so that's because I'm missing. Should be that. Right? Yeah. Okay. Something's not right. Should be seeing a whole bunch of tools in there. Did I get the URL incorrect? Let's try that. I feel like there should be, like, all these tools should show up in there, but I don't see why they're not in there. Maybe there's something I need to set up differently. Let's look. Okay. So installation, activate, enable functionality and features. Okay. Well, please check usage instructions. So I'm setting that up the way it should be. And URL of your site for username. Maybe my username is not correct. I don't think that's the case. No, that's my username. Should be admin. Let's look for the application passwords again. Input schema. Okay, hold on. Hold on here. The plan is that this is going to be a canonical plugin for a while. I think the plan is that the features, I haven't heard officially what it is, but I believe the intention is that this plugin will end up in core as the means of registering features that will be ingested and dealt with, and LLMs will ingest. Now, what's kind of cool is that because it's in two pieces, this feature API can stay the way it is, right? And so if all of a sudden like model context protocol goes away and it becomes something else, that shouldn't affect anything. We can just look at a different protocol, right? Because you still need this kind of go-between thing, right? So I don't know why that's not showing up, but let's see. Let's go into to like an agent here, and we'll say, what is the site title? That's not what I want. Something's not right here. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. I think all of these tools are supposed to show up inside of that. I wonder if this is because I'm using... Probably should have set this up. You know what I'm saying? What is this? Oh, wait a minute. Permalinks? Permalinks need to be refreshed, possibly? Yeah, let's try that. Let's just try that. Let's see what opens there. Pressure settings. Still no tools available. Yeah, this is the log file here. Fetch failed. No route was found to match the URL and request method. Well, that doesn't seem so helpful, does it? Well, I just refreshed the permalinks, right? Let me just try that. Bloop, bloop. I don't know. Something dinged. Let's see. I don't know why any of that would matter. Are we listening to like stream save stuff here? Looks like it. Well, I won't be able to in that case. Like, I gotta set the permalinks to just basically post. Let's go day and name. I don't know, whatever. Dave. We'll just go post it like that. Right? So if I go into... Like, it's there. Oh, this is a bummer. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know why this isn't working. So that's the URL. right? That's the URL to the site. Is the root not registered? I mean, it should be. That's the thing, right? Everything should all be there, right? So what is the root that it's what is it trying to get at here? Let's see the debug log. So it's looking for WP, whatever that is. Let's look at this. It's looking in the wrong spot for it, though, I think. No, it doesn't seem to exist. Alright, let's debug this sucker. Alright. Plugins. Close. Let's look for register. I'm pretty sure Bad Dude Core, I think that's WordPress though. Like I think you can install the WordPress site, you have to set the permalinks, right? Yep, but that's not a limitation of Studio. But that's how WordPress works. The other thing about permalinks is not all sites that WordPress get installed on support permalinks in that matter, in that fashion, right? Like you might have to have htaccess, but there's other servers that support WordPress that don't support htaccess and things like that. So, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's where that comes from. Right? So I don't know what this is. That's not what I want. I don't know why this is not working. So. Well, that's super annoying. I have to figure that out. I have to reach out to the teams, put a die in there to see if that file loads. Which in here? How does it do that? It loaded alright. Single endpoint for all MCP operations. So I don't think it's this. I think it's the plugin that is. I think it's maybe this that is doing the. No, sorry. This that is running it. Because it's coming from here. That is, check. Yeah, yeah, it's right there. So right there, that's it right there. So if I go, oops, and that. Oh, it's only a post request. Well, that makes sense because it needs to retrieve things. Hey, Antonio. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I think it makes sense as a post request because what it's going to do is it's going to say, here's the input. I'm going to post the input to that endpoint. That endpoint's going to then handle the stuff and it's going to respond. So let me. I don't know what. Let's see. Let's look. What's weird is that I don't know why this is, like why that's happening. Like where's this requesting URL coming from? Should be logging something. In here maybe? No. In here? Oops. Doesn't seem to show up. There we go, okay. Yeah, but this is this package that I'm calling. That's this in here. So I'm MPXing that, right? You need more. You need more. Click it. I need more what? Base URL string, yeah. It's running it with npx, so it's somewhere. Oh yeah, maybe it's in my npx cache, but so where is it failing? I wonder what that is. That's not it. Oh, here it is. Response. So error in W request, error instance of error as error message or string error. So what is it? It's actually spitting out. It just says fetch failed. It's not super helpful, is it? Well, it's just the same errors over and over. It's the fetch is failing, and I don't know why it's failing. It's not super helpful. So all right. So where would I find my npx cache? Where would I find that? Where is npx cache stored map? Well, we can do that. So if I do this, I go, what is it? Rest. Route. So the rest route is okay. So if I just do, I need to do a public. I need to do one like. Oh wait, sorry. What does it look like? Rest route equals okay. Yep. Rest route equals boom, and I go posts. Yeah, it gets me the posts. So that is the correct way of accessing it, but for whatever reason, is it trying to do it as a GET request or a POST request? Because that's, you know, auth header length. Like there's an auth header stuff going on in there. I feel like auth header length. So username, password to string base 64. The length. Basic auth. Well, that's unfortunate. Because what should be happening is we should be able to use all of those tools that are available to us in wherever that is. Where is that? No, in here? Nope. Fresh. All the tools that show up in here should be available to us in Cursor, which would be great because then you can like write your own tools and say things like, hey, you know, retrieve all. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to move on from this because this is clearly either something that I'm setting up incorrectly, or there's something maybe with my local. Let me try something. I do have a GUI, like I do have Postman. Where is Postman? There it is, right there. Well, I still think it's gonna fail, but we can see. Where's Postman go? Did it just crash on me? Okay. Oh Lord, what's going on here? Get this out of here. Sorry, stand by one sec. Okay, what? So let's just add a new, no, not a new collection. Oh my God, everything's just, that wants me to update all the crap. Download the background. That's what I want you to do. I just want a new one of these. So it's going to be a post. The authorization is going to be basic auth. It's going to be add, Lord, have mercy. Okay, so post. Okay, so I need to grab all the infos out of here. There. Where am I? What? Hello? Stand by. So that's the username. Oh my Lord, be gone with you. So authorization is basic username, and password is this password. Boop, boop. All right, and that, and then the URL is going to be this. I'll just grab out of the URL here. Debug, and then I will grab this, and I will plunk that in there. Right? Or do I do params? No, that's fine. Okay, so the author's header, then I'm gonna hit. What is this? I'm gonna hit send. Oh, disable. Could that be it? Method parameter is required. Okay, I'm gonna try something, and I'm wondering if maybe this is it. If I edit this site and I turn off HTTPS and I turn off use custom domain and I hit save, I wonder if this has got something to do with Studio and using SSL and self-signed certificates and fun things. Because I have seen this work in a similar demo with Studio, but not with a custom domain. So I'm just wondering if that's got something to do with it. So we're just going to rule that out. We are just going to rule that out. And this is the method parameter is required. What are you talking about? Bad request. All right. Well, this is taking some time. So what's I could try HTTP. I just broke everything now though. I think this is good. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I've just ruined the internet or not, but we'll see. So it's bad request. Method parameter is required. So let's look at that actually. Let's look in here. We look for a register, rest, route in here. So there it is, method. Yeah, well, it's this error right here. So what is the method? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh. Okay, so if I pass method, let's guess it's going to be a say method. Value will be a init. Could not send request. Oh my god, is this still going? gonna quit Studio. Let's see. I've never turned that stuff off before in Studio, so I don't know what this is gonna do. Let's just, I broke it. Hey, it wouldn't be my stream if I didn't break everything, right? What were you saying about Studio earlier? What do you mean, what was I saying about Studio? Are you being a jackass? Kevin! It's got some great little features in it for sure. But how often have you ever wanted to turn on a site and then turn off custom domains and stuff like that? I mean, I think that's kind of an edge case. Yeah, it's great. I can't tell, Kevin, if you are being facetious or what. Oh Lord, I've broken all the things here now. Am I getting? Let's see what they're getting all kinds of SSL errors. Okay. All right, let's see what happens if I do this. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Hold everything. Let's go back to the settings. Okay, I'm going to turn off the custom domain, and I'm gonna hit save. And I'm gonna do this again. And if I have to, I'm gonna just spin up a whole new site so we can look at it. Because I'm in a weird state where it's half built here, I think. It is pretty cool. The only thing it doesn't support right now that it needs to support is Xdebug, but I do know that they are working very, very hard towards getting that happening. So, what's the issue here? Is it trying to load this with HTTPS? Maybe I'll stop it. Yeah, add-ins. I can never get Xdebug working. You know what? Xdebug and WP-ENV is so easy to get set up. You know, easy is a bad word. It is fairly straightforward to get set up. Maybe I should do a video on that. What do you think? I use it for my advanced query loop plugin, which I can show you the setup for it right now. Right? No, you don't get kicked out of the channel. You don't. So okay, so what I use XWP for in VS Code. I will just show you how I do this. The first thing you have to have is you have to have the PHP debug extension enabled. So which one is it? It's this one. So you need to install this sucker, right? Where's the link? Okay. So you go and install this locally, Cav, in your VS Code. Once you have that installed, I like to use WP-ENV. The WP-ENV, you set it up. Now the thing is, when you run the start command, you have to, run
it's
it
Troy
like
Chaplin.
this. Oh, Troy! Troy's here. So what you have to do is not that. You have to run it like this. No, env start, but then you go Xdebug. So once that's running, you're good. The only other thing you have to do is map something. Do you have to map something? I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, and then in your launch settings, you just basically connect your mappings to things. So what this is doing is this is mapping the current workspace folder to bar trip HTML blah 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 all the way to where the excuse me, oh my god, that was the worst hiccup burp ever. To the advanced query loop on the server. Okay, and then once that's done, you can drop breakpoints in. So the path mapping is definitely what you need. So all of this code here is available in the block editor handbook under WP-ENV, right? So if you go to here, you go to using Xdebug. Everything I just showed you is basically right here, right? Now here's one thing that's a bit annoying, because if you're getting errors, and you are, so what you can have Xdebug set up in a couple of ways. What? Where's my? What are you talking about? Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry. So when you're in Xdebug, right? So you can set things like notices. So anytime a notice, anytime an error, a warning, exception, whatever gets triggered, it will stop. But the problem is sometimes those aren't in your source code; they're in the core files. So what I have done is I've mapped in this line specifically. So what I'm doing is I'm taking I have any WordPress install that's up to date. I map it to the HTML folder, because then what that'll do is then if you have a class that fires an exception or you want to step into it, it'll try to load the files, but the files are in a Docker container, not directly connected. So this is a sneaky way of doing that. In fact, I've got a video on it on my YouTube channel, which I will also, if I could ever learn to type. One of my latest videos is right here. It's this thing. So the problem that I needed to solve was that I have env installed like in the local directory. If I come in here and I go into one of my posts, you can. How many subs? I know that this is 1.8. This is not 1,000. So you see there was that 850 flash in there. It's firing a warning. I can show you that again. So it's firing. Anyways, we need to watch this, but that's coming in from. This is me walking through the second part of that, which is kind of a more fun way of doing that. So yeah, I'm super flattered and honored that people will even remotely want to subscribe to anything that I put out in the world. But yeah. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. So this is working, right? So if I go to the site in here, that probably won't exist. So let me just close this stuff down. Throw new error.
Oh, great. It's thrown new error.
It is this, basically. It's a plugin that Automatic has created that is basically creating features that are exposing certain functionality inside of WordPress for LLMs to use, basically. So clients and agents and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, so like if you wanted to have a plugin that if you had a plugin that did things and you wanted someone to be able to query it from their site to be able to do things, you can do that. But what am I doing? I wanted to make sure that this is actually working. Okay, this looks like it's working. So I'm going to change my localhost here. What we're doing right now, though, is we are debugging why I can't connect this to the MC. Why I can't use it as a MCP in my cursor setup here. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Dude, what's this? Cursor. I need to get back into my own thing. This one. Sorry. So in here, so let's go in here. Cursor settings. Refresh. Yes. Still not working. Still don't know why. Debug log. Is it still firing the same errors? So refresh that. You're not allowed to do that. Rest status 401. Huh. Well, we're getting somewhere different. So that's definitely setting. So 401 forbidden. So you're not allowed to do that. Okay. Could this be anything to do? Let me just refresh. Oh, that's not gonna be it. Tools, settings, MCP. So I'm gonna turn this off. These are the tools. Maybe it's the wrong password now. Admin, right? I've got. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, I think that's the problem. So I'm going to set this up to environment type to development, I guess. I'll just set that up. Oh, so annoying. Okay. All right. So this is in WP config. I'm gonna set this to, I'm gonna add this, and this is gonna be development. Okay, so I wonder if that's gonna enable that. So let's take a look. What? Okay, what the hell? Okay. I feel. That's very strange. So this doesn't seem to be making any changes to what I need. Oh, sorry. No, wait, that's where you wanted me. My bad. Okay, so it's back now. Okay, so I think that might have been part of the problem. Cursor settings, refresh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh my god, this interface. Okay, so this is now showing me. Okay, so that's something. I gotta figure out why that is. Okay, so these are all the tools that we have available to us. So I guess now if we were to go into we were to create like a new agent. Can I just run? Oh yeah, there. So it's calling the MCT tool, get general settings, right? And oh, it's asking me to run the tool. So I haven't done that. Now this is probably not something that you would need really care about, but okay, cool. So now we can start adding our own features to the site if we want to. So I'm gonna close this. Okay, cool. So that's interesting. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. So let's say I wanted to add my own little feature here. So let's add a new feature. What should we do? What kind of feature do you think we'd need? I wonder. Like, let's. Let's see. Okay, so let's go registering features. So there's a number of features that we can do. All right, let's see. Registering simple resource, activate plugin. List blocks. Okay, there we go. So let's do a list blocks one. Let's see what if it actually can do that. So let's do this again. Okay, what blocks are installed on the site now? Let's see if it hits anything. Yeah, I do. I just wanted to see. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything in there. So let's do that. So let's register a feature with a callback. Okay, I'm gonna just steal this. Wait, what action does this have to be on? It must be the init action, I'd imagine. Okay, the init actions. Okay, all right. So let's add a new feature. Let's do this. This music's gonna be pumped. Init function. All right, and we're going to in here. We're gonna call that in there. So the example that we're looking for is this. So we're going to call this feature. Right, and here we're going to call feature. Right, so this is going to be Twitch. This is going to be get active blocks. We'll try that. Get active blocks retrieves the list of active blocks. Okay, so this is going to be the yeah, but so I need to figure out some things on how to do that, because I think there's like the server side stuff and then there's like the client side stuff. So I have to figure that out. I just haven't done any experimentation with that. And I think maybe this is going to be a multi-part stream, because I think this is really cool. What I want to do is I wanted to add something to Advanced Query Loop where this could do complicated settings, maybe, where there's like, you know, insert a block that queries, you know, these post meta blah 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 blah, like do all of that stuff. I think that would be very cool. But anyhow, so let's figure this out. So I think we're going to turn an array. And it's going to be, I'll call it the list of active blocks. Right, and then we need a callback function. And I'm going to do this function. Oops. And then we'll just, let's say, return list. Just want to see what this does for now. What is that? Okay, cool. So this, I think, is all we need. So if I refresh this now, do I get another one? So those tools, okay. Let's look here. Oh, wait, so there's a difference between a tool and a resource, which I don't understand the difference of right now. So this is a resource. Oh no, I think that's... Okay, so it looks like, so callback relies on default output. Registering a simple resource. Retrieves no basic site information, because since no callback is provided, calling this feature might just return the input context. Or potentially nothing be more useful unless extended by filters. Okay, a better way for simple data might be a callback or REST alias. So this is the callback. Theme, get theme, and then returns the name. Okay, I think that's cool. So I think I have to call it in get the list of active blocks. That doesn't seem like it's figuring it out. Kevin, did I activate it? I don't know. I have no idea if I activated it. I probably didn't. Let's look. Oh no, I did. Okay, well let's look into MCP and see what's going. Oh, that's the problem. I don't think I had that enabled. So let's see. It might. That's excellent. That's very excellent. What did I do wrong? Let's see. What did I break? Okay, tools. No. Okay, so it's clearly something in this file that I broke. Let me look here. So weird. I don't see any. No, cancel. Stop. So in this function, do this. Is broken there. I don't. Something's right here. That seems to be in there. Alright, well, I mean, there's another way of figuring this out. I'm just going to debug bugs. See that. Okay, let's kill it. Yep, that'll do it. Let's see what the problem is. Input schema is required. Interesting. Okay, well, I think these docs have led me astray. What it's telling me is that I need an input schema, so I need this stuff. Strange. That's weird. Okay, so the output schema. Is this a string? My plugin get active theme name. My plugin get active theme name. So maybe just let me double check to make sure that I'm just not doing something stupid. Like that's that, right? I should return an array. That looks fine. So what? It's telling me I need input schema. So which is this. So if I just add that, does that fix it? Seems dumb. Okay, well that didn't fail. So, okay, WP feature get active blocks. So let's jump over here now. Go in here now. Do I have a... So the active blocks just appeared. So if I go in here and I get the list of active blocks. Oh, there. So it's calling my tool. Oh, it's waiting for me to run the tool. Okay, cool. So that is the list there, let's is there like a get active blocks WordPress? That's pretty embarrassing that I don't know how to get registered blocks. Oh, there we go. That's interesting. I'm just going to steal this code because Stack Overflow, you know what? I'm literally looking at an AI agent and I probably could have just said, hey, why don't you use AI, right? List all active blocks. Boom. Oop. Oh, what a shoot. Past chats. Can I look at that? Oh, get the list of active blocks. Oh my god. Stop. Get the list of active. don't know why that's doing that, but I don't like it. Okay. There. Okay, so it's calling that tool. So hopefully, there it is. Okay, so that's actually really cool. This becomes obviously more powerful if it's doing things like if you want to generate, like, what if we had, here's an idea, what if we had like a child theme, and then here we have a, what is it, styles.css. That's not bad. Style versus style. Down to CSS. We'll grab like theme names like best. Yeah, like I think there's a lot of things that we can do. I don't know if we can like write. We can definitely write to the database, right? Because you can create that. Like you could say like create a new template with these parameters, but we'd have to build those templates, I believe. Or sorry, we would have to build those sort of front end features. So the client side features is the part that we need. So okay, so this is the insert paragraph one, right? So we need to figure out how this works. Is Kev, you found that? Where is that? Yeah. So all of this stuff is here. So there's search patterns, insert a pattern. I don't see anything about templates right here. Let's look and see what tools are sort of available. Like it'd be really neat if you could be like pull like retrieve this template and then bring it into your register feature. Yeah. Where do we see that? Yeah, here. Yeah. So this is defining the feature. So there's schemas, and then there's like callback, return true, but I don't like, how does it actually do it? That's the thing, right? Define the entire feature object, including ID, name, description, callback, functionality, input schema, output schema, category, etc., directly in your JavaScript code, then use a feature function to the class-side registry. Okay. Client to client. Client-side code can directly discover and execute other registered clients. Okay, that's cool. Purely server-side feature cannot directly execute a client-side feature. However, a server-side process can orchestrate an execution of a client-side feature. The server-side process, e.g. an AI interacting with the REST API or PHP request handler, discovers a client-side feature. This may require passing allowed features to the server-side process. Okay. Client-side code receives this instruction and uses the execute feature function to run the corresponding JavaScript callback with the provided arguments. Okay. Okay. Example. The demo agent showcases this. The agent backend might decide to call the demo log message feature. It tells the front-end chat UI, which then uses the execute feature message hello from the agent. In the library. Okay. This is like super cool. No, it probably wouldn't work for cursor because would it work for cursor? No, it probably wouldn't. So the client-side features. No, because I think for cursor for the MCP we're retrieving stuff, right? Like I don't know if we can write back that way, but that's not necessarily true because when we're defining these things, this is the input schema, right? So the input schema can it come from anywhere? Like what if I say What if we try something like, give me the information about a specific block. No, I can't run the code in the browser. No, you're right. You're totally right. But it can insert to the database. Right? Like, what if I say, like, what if I do this? Create a new, I'm going to insert, just going to try insert a new post on the site with the title of from cursor and generate some text. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, so let's see. It's gonna do a search. It's doing another search. Okay. Yes, go ahead and publish it immediately. See what happens. Rental. Would you please confirm you want a specific content? A generic test message. See what happens there. I feel like this might be a false positive. We'll see here. Okay. There we go. However, your current setup only allows me to read and search posts. Okay, so that's really good to know. Well, how cool would it be if you were to connect? Oh my God, how cool would it be if you were to connect? Oh my God, this could. Okay, I don't know if this would work, but you know how everyone always has issues with being able to, like, so the client makes a change to the template in the database. Maybe this is going to be like retrieve the current single template from the database. And like, what if we could do this? We could retrieve it and then have it retrieve the template and then insert it in the file that you're working with, and now you have it under version control. I don't know. I think there might be something neat there. Okay, so I think we probably need to write a custom control or a tool for that. So we can retrieve the saved markup, right? This is basically retrieving the post. Retrieve the content for the first post and show it here in a file. Let's see what we can do. Post search. Get post. So what if we created a tool that allowed us to retrieve the template, the post template type, like because to retrieve the latest versions of everything. Where is this stupid thing? So in here we've got get a post by ID, filter posts with pagination. That might be really cool. You can make a reference CLI and expose all of its tools. That's assuming CLI would be installed on the remote site, though. You have to make sure it's there. And I don't know. And yeah. This is really neat. I think there's some really good possibilities. Troy, are you still here? Troy's still here. I wanted to show Troy the thing from before. Troy, if you're here, give me a wave because I want to demo this thing. Do it now. Okay, I'm going to deactivate the MCP. Did I not just deactivate that? Stop plugging. Okay, cool. Deactivate. So part of the WordPress Feature API is that there's actually like an agent too. So what we were playing with earlier was putting in this sort of agent, so you could talk to it locally, and so that's sort of one of the things that we were talking about. So this agent down here, I don't know if you can see it, but you can literally say. So what I was kind of thinking was this agent. What if we tied this into the command palette, right? So instead of having an AI agent here, because there's like two things. It's like what are the what is the most recent post? Like if I do something like that. Oh. What do you mean you encountered an error? Do I have to go to my deactivate? It's just ran into the. Oh, okay. So maybe my testing features thing broke something. Okay. Okay, so it's retrieving a bunch of stuff so we can get the most recent post, right? But then there's some things about like navigating, right? Because what if we were able to like see? Well, now I'm wondering why this is stupid, why this isn't working, why this is breaking. Let's activate that. So anyways, it's like this AI agent, but we could tie it into the command palette, right? So when you're in the block editor, maybe you have some AI goodness in there. What blocks are installed? And what is the error that I'm getting? Bad request. Invalid schema for function, that thing in context. That's super helpful. Missing schema, missing items. Oh, okay. I think that's because it's asking me. I think I know why that's happening. Where did I just lost cursor. Where did it go? Where's it? Oh, cursor. There it is. So I think what is happening here is because I am putting these things in. Might be in a bit of a loop here because it's that error was firing before, and oh, there's no client feature for this. Oh, okay, I get it. So I need to have this on the client side of things for it to work in here. It's calling the right thing, but it doesn't. Let's see what the errors are. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to show that you can do this that this is available. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. So okay, cool. Well, it's noon. All right, I gotta drop off, but I think this has been fun. I really do see some serious, awesome features that you can build with this. I think anybody that has a complicated plugin, like with setting screens and stuff like that, you could use this to do that, right? Yeah, I mean it's basically kind of ready. Now you can register all the features that you want, but I think it's going to be seeing where people can take it. I'm trying to think of something that I could use it for advanced query loop. I'm wondering if there's some stuff like some support request things. Like it'd be really cool to be like retrieve the block from this thing and email it to Ryan or Kevin, or show me a list of all the registered post types. Sorry, all the registered post meta that have value and stuff like that. Like maybe there's some things that can be done there. Anyways, it's a really really cool thing. I'm going to be diving more and more into this. I think maybe for next week I'm going to try to have sort of a client side thing ready. Like I'd love to be able to have it insert a block. Do that on the client side, and then we can see what that looks like. Yeah. Anyways. Cool. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me. And thanks for the folks on YouTube that dropped in, Antonio and a couple of other folks. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for hanging out. Submitting issues to Gutenberg directly when testers find issues during work. That would be very cool. That would be very cool. Yeah, the LUP, it's pretty straightforward. This is where you're going to want to start. This is the repository that allows you to register the features, and then from there you can link to the the Model Context Protocol plugin that is there, and then from there you can get to the cursor setup stuff. A couple of gotchas that I ran into. It looked like SSL wasn't happy when it was trying to use SSL. Antonio says, always great to see you struggling. You're such a nice guy, Antonio. Antonio was the lead organizer for WordCamp Lisbon, and him and his team were amazing. They did such a phenomenal job. Antonio, we're all hanging out in Twitch. There's a bit more chat going on in Twitch than in YouTube. You're welcome to hang out wherever, but if you want to see some of the other chat, that's where we're at. And I have my WordCamp Lisbon shirt on, LisBoa shirt on, which is like my new favorite shirt. And my water bottle's upstairs. I didn't bring it down this time, but they have an awesome water bottle. And oh, you can't see it because I have my thing on. But anyhow, can I move the chat? Can I move what chat? Oh, move the chat to. What are you saying? No, it's like a combined chat. I could maybe show it on screen here now, but the AI chat. Oh no, I don't think you can. Let's look. Here, no, you can collapse it, but I don't think you can move it. I don't think there are options for that. This is really just about a demo, but that would be cool. It'd be awesome if it was like maybe higher up, or you could have it do other things. Anyways, whatever. It's cool. Okay, well, I'll talk to everyone later, and I'll see you all next week. And then the week after, I'm going to be in Europe, so at WordCamp Europe. So hopefully I'll catch some of you there. All right. Thanks, everyone. Slide in, slide out widget. You're dirty. That sounds dirty. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh, actually, if you're still around, we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Wanma. We're gonna go say hi to Wanma. Where is this thing? Stream manager, and where's the raid? Raid channel, and where's Wanma? Yeah, where the heck's Wanma? Wanma codes. There he is. We're gonna go raid him right now. Start raid. 3. Which Discord? Alright, we're gonna raid now. Okay, we're raiding.
Vamos a ponerlo aquí. A ver, vamos a inspect.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this off, but yes, I will jump on Discord right now.
Inspect.
Bye everyone. Go follow Wanma, he's awesome.